Halloween, of course, is a very fun time for families. There's lots of great costumes with little monsters and ghastly ghouls running around at every turn. But some of our four-legged friends, it can bring some unwelcome thrills and chills for them. Here to join us more to talk about Halloween tips is Vicki and Richard from Barkbusters, and of course, Webster. Good morning, Webster. And Layla down there below.
Good day.
Good day. So you guys are doing a little twist with Halloween. Do you think when it comes to costumes, I see that Webster's wearing just a little bow tie?
Well, Webster actually, before he had training, wanted to be the butler and would run to the front door.
So that's why
he happens to like that particular
outfit. Oh, so this isn't for Halloween? This is a daily thing?
Well, it could be with him, but he's under control now.
So how do you guys feel about costumes in general? Because I have a dog named Henry. Yeah. I'm one of those crazy dog people that love to dress up my dog. Is that a good idea?
I think you really have to know your dog.
Okay.
If you bring home a costume and you try it on the dog and he's kind of shake it off and scratch it off, or he seems really uncomfortable, then he's probably not a dog costume.
Right,
type
exactly.
Of dog. But I really think it depends on everybody's dog is different. And to go along with costumes, it's not only you have to be careful of your dog with costumes and making sure he likes it, but you have to be careful about how he reacts to other people who are wearing costumes.
Aha, there could be a lot of barking going on. And of course, when people are ringing the doorbell like crazy, that can just drive a dog bananas.
It's very stressful for our dogs. And again, knowing your dog's personality, you may want to put the dog in a different room.
Okay.
Or in a crate, okay? And you may put him in a different room and have someone stay with him, play some music, and, you know, just to distract him a little bit or give him a favorite toy to play with.
Okay, and then of course, this is what I'm all about, the chocolate. But it's so dangerous for dogs,
it's very
right?
dangerous.
What can chocolate do to a dog?
It can be toxic.
Yeah, I mean, they could start with the diarrhea, but actually it can be toxic. And it's not only just the candy, it's the wrappers. And if there's any kind of residue of the chocolate or any of the candy in it, even the artificial sweeteners, anything that's in the candy, so it's not only chocolate, can be toxic for dogs. So you really have to keep all candy and wrappers away.
So this is Webster, and I want to see Layla over here because Layla's having
Layla's a really laid-back dog. Now, her brother, who unfortunately couldn't be here today, will allow you to put a costume on.
Oh, really?
Okay, he's a Ridgeback.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how do you deal with, because there's kids in costumes and kids want to see the dog, and is it a good time just to not take your dog out at all? I mean, if your dog potentially, I don't know.
If you are going to take your dog out, make sure they're on a leash, okay? Make sure they have their collar and tags on, so if they got away from you, they could be identified.
Okay.
And the other thing is to make sure that people don't all of a sudden walk up with their children with costumes on over to a dog, because they don't recognize people with costumes and masks on. And we even recommend that if you have a child in your house, that they put on their costumes and don't put the masks on in front of their dogs, because all of a sudden the dog thinks it's a different person.
My dog thinks I'm a different person. I put on my raincoat because it's so windy this morning. I was standing at the door, he started growling at me.
Right.
So maybe wear your costume a little early to...
Right,
You
put
should.
it on the
And
floor,
it's not-
desensitize them to the costume,
Yeah.
get used to the smells.
Yeah. Okay, so do you guys approve that I want to dress up Henry as a monkey for
I
Halloween?
think it's great.
I
That's
think it's
okay.
great. It's
I
great
think
as
it's
long
great.
as Henry's happy, and you will be able to tell if Henry's happy.
The tough thing is I can't find the monkey costume now. All the dog costumes are sold out everywhere. So
One last thing.
Okay, yes.
Pumpkins.
dangerous.
Well, not so much the pumpkin, but if you have a candle in the pumpkin, it can be very dangerous. Because
Okay.
the dog's tail, like Layla, has a wicked tail. And if she were to knock it over, it could
You
cause
have
a
a fire.
fire. So just be careful. Maybe you want to use a pumpkin with a battery in it with
Okay.
a light bulb.
Richard and Vicki and Webster and Layla, thank you so much for joining us here this
Thank
morning.
you so
Wish
much
you guys
for
a
having
happy
us.
Halloween.
Thank
Happy
you.
Halloween, and
Yes,
thank you for
enjoy
having
it.
us.
We have many more tips on our website at WTNH.com. Well, still ahead on Good Morning Connecticut, we're going to have your day's top stories and, of course, your look at your Sunday forecasts. We'll be right back.